Alright, if you're joining us tonight for the APeS workout, we'll be starting in just a little over 5 minutes. Make sure that you have the workout loaded in Zwift and you have the workout paused. You can keep pedaling, but just keep the workout paused. See you in 5. Alright folks, starting in just a little under 2 minutes here. Again, if you got the workout loaded and you got Zwift running, keep the workout paused until I say go. Then we'll get our warm-up in and I'll talk a little bit about what we're doing tonight. See you in 90 seconds. Well, hello everybody out there in Zwift land, and welcome to the BonkWerx Live Wednesday Wolfpack ride. So hopefully you got the workout loaded, you got the workout paused, and you're ready to go. This is going to be a tough one tonight, so make sure you got your FTP set right, you got your hydration, you got your towel, you're going to sweat. Alright, so we're going to kick this off in about 30 seconds here. So tonight again, we're doing these what I call APeS. It's kind of a classic BonkWerx workout. It stands for Anaerobic Power Intervals. Again, APeS for short. And if you're watching live via the YouTube, following along, sure give me some shout outs there. See, we got Riley on there, a couple other viewers, don't know who they are, but give me a shout out. Let me know what you think. All right, so in 15 seconds here, we'll kick this off. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and start the workout. All right, next couple of minutes, we got a kind of a steady warm up here, just to make sure we get the legs going, blood pumping. We're going to do that for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to do 2 by 30-second fast pedals. Not so concerned about the power during those fast pedals. Just get the cadence up for those 30 seconds. Fast as you can go without bouncing around, okay? Then we'll settle back in for about another 5 minutes of warm-up before we jump into the APeS sets, all right? So the APeS sets tonight, again, this is a relatively high-intensity workout. We're going to be doing 2 sets of 8 by 30 seconds. Pretty much all out during those 30 seconds. And then we're going to have 2.5 minutes of recovery between those 30 seconds workouts, okay? So what we're doing here tonight is we're really helping to train this anaerobic capacity that we have, or this ability to go very hard for short periods of time, okay? We also call this creating some lactate tolerance, all right? So we're going hard like this. These short, hard intervals, we're creating lactic acid, right? So we want to train our body to tolerate that. So we can do those hard intervals, recover, and then do them again. Kind of like what we call repeatability with the intervals, okay? So these intervals, when I say are high intensity, we got different power zones. These are going to be in what we call zone 6. So this is 121% and above your FTP, okay? So now in Zwift, when you do these, you have a couple of different modes. So again, if you click that middle section, bottom middle section in Zwift, you'll see you have the option to turn erg on or off. You may not be able to see it on my screen, but you should be able to see it on your screen, okay? It's up to you if you want to use the erg mode. Erg mode will keep you at a specific wattage based on your own FTP. I do think sometimes during these high intensity ones, you want to turn that erg mode off, really get an idea of what you can do. But the zone and the power levels are set high enough for these 30 seconds that if you left in erg mode, you're still going to work pretty hard, all right? So let's keep getting warmed up here. If you have any questions, text them over to me. A couple things I touched upon last week. Things that are important when you're doing your indoor training. Fan. You're not outside, you're not getting a breeze. So have a good fan blowing right on you. Towel, again, because you're going to sweat. And the other thing is hydration. So I talked a little bit about Hammer Nutrition last week. I like to try different products. These guys don't sponsor me in any way, but so far I like their product. I find it really easy on the tummy. Got any questions about this or any other kind of nutrition or fueling on the bike? Again, feel free to shoot me a question. You can do that again on a YouTube chat, or you can email me at coach@bonkwerx.com, BONKWERX.com. So on Zwift, hopefully you also selected the flat route. Now, but these workouts are not going to be able to stay together because everybody's FTP is going to be a little bit different. We'll have some other rides down the road, some other races we'll be able to stay together. It's kind of a limitation, I guess you could say, in Zwift. At least for the workout modes. Rumor has it they are creating or going to launch a group workout mode. Really look forward to seeing that product. So right now, this time of year, we're up here in the Northeast, Central New York. It's fall. It's cyclocross season. So the thing about cyclocross is it takes some anaerobic ability, some anaerobic power to do well in cyclocross. So this is a really timely workout for building in cyclocross. You can do this in your build up to cyclocross, or you can even add it in during the week if you're looking for something to keep the intensity up with the duration down. So again, maybe you've guessed it, since I've called these anaerobic power intervals, we're using the anaerobic system to fuel here, right? It's got a couple of different ways that we can fuel our bodies, fuel our muscles for these exercises, for these workouts. But in this case, for these short ones, in particular anaerobic ones, they're lasting about 30 seconds to about 3 minutes. We're using what's called anaerobic glycolysis. So this is us taking these carbs that are broken down into glucose, converting them to energy. And so with these type of workouts, you know, we're able to replenish that energy quickly, but we have a limited supply of that glucose. And as I said before, you'll feel the byproduct, and that'll be that lactic acid burning in those legs. All right, under 2 minutes before we hit the fast pedals. Keep those legs turning. Right now it's just self-selected cadence. One thing I want to mention about training indoors is a lot of times when we're riding indoors, we're doing these workouts. This one's relatively short, just a little over an hour. But you know, we're sitting in a locked position, we're sitting stationary. So it's okay to move around a little bit. When you're outside riding, Probably changing that head position a little bit. Probably sitting up a little bit. So don't forget to do that occasionally. You have a good bike fit, you may not need it, but it's okay to shift around a little bit. You just don't want to be shifting around the whole workout. That may be another issue. All right, here we come. 10 seconds up to the fast pedal. Get that cadence up. Try to get up over 100. Don't bounce in the saddle. 3, 2, 1. Keep that upper body relaxed. Start bouncing. You'll see it. I'm forcing myself to bounce right now. Calm in that upper body. The legs do the driving. All right. Now recover now. Get back to a self-selected cadence. I saw a chat message just come through. It brings up a good question about the type of equipment you can use on Zwift. So I'll tell you first about what I'm using here. I have a Wahoo kicker. It's the first generation one. As you can probably tell if you can hear the line from it. So I'm generating the power from that. I also have a power meter on a bike. I could switch over and use that. But I do like the idea of a smart trainer. And then I'm running Zwift on a PC. And then following the YouTube on a separate screen over here on my phone. So I can kind of watch what's going on. But there's a bunch of stuff. You can use a regular fluid trainer, the power meter. I do know that with some of the pedal types, as Riley was just mentioning, that you're only getting half the power from those. I'm not sure the solution on that, but I'm sure if you Google around, there's probably some solution for it. But the Wahoo kickers are good trainers. The Cyclops, again, you can use a power meter. Zwift itself, the program, you do it on your Mac, on your PC, Apple TV, iPhone, I think even on Android. And if you're watching this video after the fact, after the workout, make sure you go and check us out on Facebook. Again, look for BonkWerx, BonkWerx. And you can look for the BonkWerx live event. That's where I'll be sharing out the workouts each week. And information on the event. Alright, so under 10 seconds here, we got another fast pedal. Let's get ready for this. Let's get that cadence up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, telling me to spin slower, but I want you to do, on these recoveries, just your own self-selected cadence. Alright, since we're in workout mode, you may see Zwift have these little pop-ups. Ask you if you want to turn. Just ignore them. If you selected a flat route, it will automatically go where it needs to go. And the flat route's short enough that if you're out there riding, we'll probably bump into each other out there in Watopia. Again, even though it says spin slower right now, don't worry about that. I want your self-selected cadence. Alright, coming into the last 5 minutes of the warm-up. Let's get ready to go ape. All right, 30 seconds to the first APeS. I got a question about somebody not being able to chat on YouTube. If it's on a YouTube stream, it may be because you're not subscribed to the channel. I'm not sure. I wouldn't really worry about it for right now. I know you're there. Let's get ready for this interval. Cadence up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. On it. Again, self-selected cadence. Like to see you try to keep it, 85 or above. All right, recover. Now these recoveries, I really want you to focus on getting your breathing back into rhythm. Just these first few, as your body's still opening up, body's still warming up. Nice steady breath. Our 8 may seem like a lot, but they're short. And for at least these first few, I'm keeping even my system on erg mode. You can kind of see the triangle popping up there from the one interval. When I turn it off, you'll see the difference. A lot of times I find myself using erg mode in a recovery phase. The intervals kind of keeps me honest, make sure that I'm not going too hard, that I'm really fully recovering. The other thing about using it for your first couple intervals, also keep you a little honest on your first couple intervals if you have the erg mode on. Making sure you're not going too hot. I see that a lot with athletes. First interval out of the gate, and they're just blowing it up. And then they can't do the subsequent ones. All right, here we go again. On it. Really start to feel that lactic acid building up in your legs at the end of the interval. 3, 2, 1. All right, recover. Get that breathing back into rhythm. Recovery is also a good time to get yourself a little sip of hydration. 90 seconds, you're going to be back on it. And if you happen to catch the feed here on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help me grow this. Alright, here we go. 2, 1. On an interval. Third interval. That cadence up. Don't let it drop on down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover. Alright, under 30 seconds to the next one. So this one here, I'm going to turn the erg mode off. See, immediately it's a little harder for me to stay within that power range. Gotta really keep it soft. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Put erg mode off. I can really kind of test, see what I can do. Three, two, one, Whew, recover. Again, if you can see those red squares popping up from the bottom of the screen, you can see the difference between the first three and the fourth one. You can also hear the difference in my breathing. That effort took a little more out of me. Now, if you also look at the shape of that last interval, tell me a little bit of something about how I performed it. See, it's got a little peak, and then builds into another little peak. So it's kind of started out a little hot, settled in, but then I kept increasing the power up to a certain point of that interval. That's telling me I completed the interval pretty well. What I don't want to see is see a big peak in the beginning interval and then see it drop off. That would tell me that the athlete, or that I couldn't hold that power. All right, I'm going to turn erg mode off here again. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, hit it. All right, recover. All right, that one's got me breathing hard. I wrote that interval a little bit differently than the last one. What I was hoping to show you on that last peak, but unfortunately Zwift kind of chopped it off a little bit. Was there, I started a little bit hotter, started a little bit harder, and then I started fading into it. I'd rather you build into the interval. These are short, so don't spend a ton of time building into it. All right, 3, 2, 1, back onto it. Really let that cadence drive that power. 5 seconds. Recover. Look at that, we're almost through this first set of intervals. And we got a nice long 8-minute recovery, and then we get to do it all over again. One other important thing about the erg versus non-erg. Erg mode, you don't need to shift, especially if you're on a smart trainer. No matter what gear you're in, it's going to hold you at that particular wattage. I turn the erg mode off. I can shift. And I'll show that in this next one. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Recover. One more to go. Oh, I snatched the green jersey out there somehow. Which brings me up to the rewards, the stars that you see next to the workouts for completing them perfectly. Now it's nice to complete those perfect, get those extra points so you get the upgrade, get the Zwift swag. But what's more important is that you get a good workout in. So yeah, I could be locked into erg mode for all of these, get the perfect score, get a few extra points, but maybe I'm not giving myself, you know, the right effort, the right intensity. So as I said, start off maybe the first few in erg mode, the recovery's in erg mode, and then switch it off for a couple of them. And again, this is especially for intervals that are like zone 5 and higher. Alright, here we go. The last one. 3, 2, 1. You can see in erg mode here, I'm already doing a couple 100 watts less than what I was doing off of erg mode. Alright, recover. And you can hear I'm not quite huffing and puffing as much as I was for the other ones. So if you're catching us on YouTube, see a couple of people have chatted with me. Let me know what you think. How's the stream look? Does it look pretty good? Does quality look good? Are you able to follow along? Love some of these Zwift names out there. Somebody's last name was Defibrillator, huh? Alright, kind of in that longer recovery block. Need to sit up a little bit for a second, go ahead. Hydrate. speaking of Zwift names, you know, you can friend people on Zwift, so you can ride with them or follow them on Zwift. It is another social networking type of platform. And you can follow me under BonkWerx Coaching. I actually have 2 Zwift accounts on there. There's one for the Fit Studio. You probably don't want to follow that one. You can if you want. But the BonkWerx Coaching is the one that I use most often. And I always follow back. The thing is, if you like these workouts, or you have any feedback, let me know. Send me an email, leave me a chat, send me a message on Facebook. But share them out. All right, just a few more minutes here into recovery. And keep spinning those legs out. Get ourselves kind of mentally prepared. We got 8 more of these. They weren't too bad. But we know they're going to pay off. Let's see if you're racing cross this fall. Like, oh boy, I can go a little bit deeper, a little bit harder, a little bit longer. During the races, I mean. But that's what these anaerobic power intervals are all about. Being able to put out that high intensity, recover from it, and do it again. And now you could progress this workout. You could add more intervals. You could also change up those rests, those 2.5-minute rest intervals. They don't need to be so easy in between those harder intervals. You know, you can, instead of dropping down to like zone 2, you can drop down to sweet spot. High zone 3, low zone 4. Make it more like a race simulation type of effort. All right, 20 seconds. Let's get that cadence in a nice spot. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. And recover. Personally, I always find the first couple intervals the hardest. Then my body starts to kind of adapt. I know what to expect. Then I can really settle in for the subsequent ones. And recovering. Deep breath. Get my breathing nice and steady again. So for this group, I'm going to do half of them with erg mode on, half with erg mode off. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning about your FTP, your functional threshold power, you need to make sure that that number is accurate here on Zwift before you do these workouts. Zwift has a built-in FTP test. It's a good place to start. Get that test in. Now the reason is, if our FTP number is wrong, if our FTP number is too low, may not be working too hard, or maybe not be working hard enough, and vice versa. I could be working too hard. All right, here we go. Enough talking. 2, 1, on it. And recover. Oh, 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Bringing that cadence up, letting that cadence drive that power. All right. And recover. right, under a minute. After this one, we're halfway home with this interval set. So again, as I said, I'm going to do the first 4 here on erg mode, and then I'll switch it off so you can see the difference. You decide what works best for you. 30 seconds. Self-selected cadence. I prefer if you're over 85. I'm riding a little bit of a high cadence tonight. Feels good for me. If you need to go a little bit lower than that, that's fine. All right. 3, 2, 1. And recover. Hey, Paul. See you on there. Just passed on by you. Good work, my friend. All right, under a minute. Last 4 intervals. Thirty seconds. Seconds. There we go. And recover. 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. On it. Oh, chase these guys down here. And recover. All right. A little straight on this one, something different. Turn that erg mode off. 3, 2, 1, hitting it. And recovery. One more to go. Under a minute. Sorry if you had to listen to my derailleur clicking there. Couldn't quite hear it with the headphones on. But the mic might have been picking it up, so. But you can tell I'm not faking it. I'm riding, I'm working hard too. 10 seconds. Last one. 5 seconds. Herd mode's off. It's the last one. There we go. Come on, 10 seconds. Put it out. Come on. Drive that cadence. Drive those legs. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Nice work. Recover. All right, into the 10-minute cool down. Cool down's important, just like the warm up. Sure, we give our body the opportunity to flush out some of that lactic acid. Allow our heart rate to come back down. A lot of strain on the system just to step right off. So we're going to keep this stream going for about 5 more minutes, but you have 9 minutes left. So even though I'll end the stream before we're done with the cool down, you keep working your way through the workout. Put it up. And again, don't forget to message me. Send me an email, coach@bonkwerx.com, BONKWERX.com. Give us a like on Facebook. You can send me a message through that as well. Subscribe to our channel, share it out. You know, again, we got a long, dark, cold fall and winter ahead of us here in the Northeast, in North America. So that's what these are here for. Help keep you motivated. Give you access to a coach for some of these workouts. That's what I do for a living. I am a professional endurance sports coach. I don't do anything else on the side. Just the coaching and then bike fitting. So this is not my hobby. I take a lot of pride in what we do and make sure that what we do is very professional. It's very personalized. I like to say that we really offer a good blend of science-based and back training, but stuff that's athlete-centric, stuff that's individualized, personalized for each athlete. We don't do anything cookie cutter here. So I hope you enjoyed this workout. Got about 7 minutes left. Get that cool down in, spin out those legs, and don't forget to join us next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Check the Facebook group for the workout if you'd like to download it and follow along live. If not, you can go to the BonkWerx Live YouTube channel and follow along to work out anytime you'd like. Thanks for watching.